Well, here we go. We are here in Hong Kong against Liman. And we're probably in over our heads here. It looks like they have a team that should rule right over us. We do have some changes up there. A couple new guys, including Hong Guanda, who's going to be up in the very front of the squad. We also have a new guy there on the left side who you'll find out, or who you'll meet pretty soon. So we'll see what we can do here. We'll see about the strength of our tactic and the strength of our resolve as a team. But I'm a little bit worried about this one. Nene is still injured, and we decided not to start him today. Menegong wins the ball off of the Liman player right away. And is shoved down. I guess the referee doesn't want to call any fouls here today. How about that? Well, there's one finally at the end. New player there on the left side is Chen Zhaoan, who just came in and who should be good enough not just to start, but is probably going to end up being a star player for us. And here he is throwing into Silla, back to Chen Zhaoan to Huang Guanda. And he is fouled in the penalty area. That means it's going to be a penalty for us right off the bat. Only 12 minutes into this match. And who's going to take this? Who is this? Is this Silla? It's Menegong. Menegong to take the penalty, and he scores, and so it's 1-0 for Mars FC against the run of play. Well, I don't even know if it's with or against the run of play. It's against everybody's expectations is what's going on. We came into this match, everybody thought we were going to lose. So if we could do something other than lose, we would do quite well. The transfer period for us has been not really all that eventful. I was thinking for a little while, but maybe doing a video just on that. Decided against it, mostly because it really hasn't been that much going on. I mean, we got rid of a couple of players, and boy, that's a good goal by Sogo Ichikawa. And that gives you an idea of what we're up against. 1-1 now, right off the bat. And I think he was a little bit fortunate, but not that fortunate. Choi Kai-gong had a good shot that was blocked, and then Ichikawa from range, and that is at a level that is higher than the one that we're currently at, I'll tell you that. Here's Menegong with another throw over to Hong Guanda, to Silla, down to Chen Zhaoan. And Chen Zhaoan passes over to Ling Guanda. Ling Guanda takes a shot from Racy. He can't do the same thing as the Japanese guy. So there is a little bit of a difference. Silla now over to Ndaye. Ndaye brings us forward. Hong Guanda to Menegong. So as I was saying, we did have some transfers, but none of them involved any players of any significance. It's mostly bringing guys out of the squad who weren't going to play anyway, and then occasionally bringing on one or two new guys who, at least two of whom we're trying here today. So we'll see what happens. Menegong goes back and gets this over to Kader Bamba, back forward to Menegong. Bad pass by Bamba. He centers it. Hong Guanda is nowhere close to that one. There's Cai Yuting, who takes another shot from range that ends up going out. So we're trying to score, but I think we're trying a little bit too hard here. I think we need to sort of relax and let the match come to us. We're doing okay. We're drawing, which means we're not losing. So let's not do something stupid and start losing this match, right? We want to do the best that we possibly can without screwing it up. Bamba with the header, and that is almost in. Boy, that was an awful save by their keeper, and I think there's an argument to be made that that one was over the line. But it's not going to count in the end anyway. There's no goal line technology. 1-1 the score still. Menegong throws to Ndaye, back to Menegong, and that's popped up. Kader Bamba with the header, and this time it's in. So Kader Bamba gets number 7 on the year, and that is a surprise. That is a real surprise for me. That's a header from range. That's an incredible job by Bamba. As you can see, we have actually dominated the momentum of this match. Bamba somehow gets a header in past the outstretched arms of the keeper, and it's 2-1 for Mars FC here on the road. So we're doing all right in front of this huge crowd. This, I think, may actually be the biggest crowd we've ever played in front of. It's supposed to be like 3,000 people, something like that. And so let's see what we can do. We do hold to halftime, 2-1 Mars FC. Now let's not get too complacent. Let's continue to dominate possession. Interestingly enough, which players are having the bad games? It's Silla and it's Cai Yuting, the leaders of the club, are the ones having the bad games. We'll keep them in for a little while. Ndaye now with it. So, it's been an interesting transfer window because of that. We did bring in some players who could make a difference. We didn't have so many youth players coming in. It's one of the problems here with this save. One of the real problems is that it's so hard now in Football Manager to get really young players to sign for your club. While I understand that it's good, it does mean that these transfer windows start to become extremely predictable and smaller countries, which is another sign that we might want to consider moving on elsewhere. This is another pass forward to nobody in particular. We've had a lot of that from the back, and that's really not what we want to see. What we want to do here is we want to control the possession and be slow instead of trying to knock something forward that really isn't there. Bamba goes back and wins this over to Menegong, so we have possession again. I'm not sure why we're seeing this highlight. It has been a lot of nothing. There's Ndai to Menegong. Menegong up to Huang Guanda. There's a beautiful pass over to Silla. He's going to take a shot from a really difficult angle. It's passed back out, but only as far as Menegong, and his shot is not really on target. And now we have to play defense again. And let's see if we can win this. Hong Guanda, wins that one spectacularly, but we're not quite able to clear it all the way. It's a Mori over to Mr. Cui Kai Gong, I think is his name. We have a couple of injuries already, so we got to make a couple changes. We don't want these guys to run around too much with problems. Chen Chengju will come on. We can rely on him. Chen Chaoan goes off. And see, now I have to go over here to the side of the screen. I have to consult my notes. Yeah, it's Chen Jianliang who we want to come on. He's the one who's sort of next in the pecking order. So we'll put those two on, and we'll see if they will be enough to help us out. Chen Jianliang to Silla, back to Chen Jianliang. We know that we can trust him. He's played well so far this season. Over to Chen Chengju, and he takes a shot that's a little bit too high. Chen Chengju, now 30 years old, is really near the end of his career. He's probably going to end it up with us. I don't think that he will have another paying contract after this one is done. Huang Guanda up to Hong Guanda, the new signing, and he takes a shot that's deflected out for another corner. So another chance for us to make something of this. Menegong will take this corner. He steps back, goes up and fires, and this is headed out. Huang Guanda is able to get to it. He moves this up right side. Passes back to Yu Yue over to Chen Chengju, but that's not a particularly good cross. It's easy for their keeper to reach. But this here was excellent midfield, especially this pass from one Guanda to the other. Hong Guanda, who just came on, had three men around him and was fortunate to force that corner in the end. But that's a very, very good sign of hopefully of really good things to come in the future. So we have about 20 minutes left to head things off, and taking a look at fitness levels, I think we're looking okay. The one that I'm worried about, of course, Tai Yuting, not for fitness reasons, but just because he's having a bad match, and that has happened from time to time with him. So we have to keep our eyes on that one. He's definitely the team leader. We don't want to just get rid of him. We want to keep him on as long as we can, but we might not be able to give him the game time that he's used to if he continues to have poor performances. I've gotten rid of players who are influential, but I don't know if we really want to get rid of a team leader like him at this stage. That might not be the best policy. How was that a corner? I don't know how that one was a corner. That was a really weird sequence from Li Man. Here's Li Kalok who knocks us forward, and that was, I'm not sure, was that Bamba who headed that away? I think that was. And we only have a few seconds left here, and that's it. So they don't even show us much of a final highlight. We win this one 2-1 on the road, 1.41 XG, and we had 65% of the possession. So when you score 2 goals and don't let them have the ball back, that's what happens. Excellent win for us, and surprising. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.